What's going on today, people? Going for a little walk across the street from where I had found a structure or two around a lake. And on my drive here I saw that there was a walking path that I believe connects to a different reservoir a little further this way, that I've also seen some stuff around, but there's a lot of human activity. I haven't documented it because you can tell humans have added on to the Sasquatch work, and I just didn't find it compelling enough. You see there's been a rock removed right there, no big deal, but I just was looking at this conglomerate and thinking, you know, this is kind of a squatchy looking thing here. And then I got a little closer and I noticed there's a string tie here, you know, which is kind of pointless, as we say, to tie up all these small branches. And I'm sure it serves some kind of aesthetic purpose for them, whatever it is. But a couple posted across here could have just fallen like that naturally, but then, you know, when I walk up and I see something like this stick, which is freshly broken and actually placed between these two things, kind of locked in, so it's not readily movable, then I realized, okay, I think the Bigfoot was playing over here and doing whatever they do. So kind of a cool little spot. Maybe that rock is the one that came from the hole. But I've never actually been here, driven by. It's right next to the road. The main street's just out here. But this is all broken, snapped, kind of placed up here. Same with all this, put against the tree. Vertical placements here, however old. There's kind of a little secluded spot back here in between everything going on, hiding in plain sight, as they say. Bark removal here from this tree in this area here. Potential sign. Bark removal here. You see this, like this laid in here, all the way down, knocking over all these cattails right here. So the log used to be right here, and something moved it, which is kind of interesting in itself. But I always surmised that they might go into things like this and hide into the weeds where they can't be seen. Big 7-8 foot tall cattails. And got some evidence of the beavers chewing down the trees. This one's freshly cut. Came off of here. Propped up in the tree. At first I thought it might have been a rip and just checked it out. It looks like it's a beaver. But I just walked up the trail here 10 feet and I realized there's actually a nice structure here. Very unique, open structure that's been created right here at the water's edge. Very, very, ooh, look at that teeter. The squirrel just jumped off of that. But do you see how it's like a stick room, another stick room with all of these sticks placed vertically here? This is a very interesting aspect. That looks like part of a cello or a violin. Let me take a closer look here, but it's a part of a musical instrument right there with some string still hanging off, and it's been incorporated into this build. Now look at this tying right here of the stick. And I wish the lighting were a little bit better right here. This is a tie that has been tied around here, around this group. That's very interesting. This cello is not being mellow. Get it wedged up in there. But anyway, I think that is a definite evidence right there. Tying that stick around there. Let's see what else we have in here. These placements all lined up perfectly. Dot, 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 dot. That's not gonna happen naturally. And really, there's no point for humans to even do this. It's not an enclosed room. It's not going to camouflage you from anything. I'm not going to stay here and be hidden from anyone. It would be quite obvious that I'm standing in the structure to anybody who walked by. But the weaving, the interweaving of it all is very unique. Very unique, very interesting. A lot of sticks in here. Here's another metal incorporation here, another human incorporation. Towel rod, something from the bathroom maybe. Just presumably trash that they came across, just like this guy. But really cool to find this today. Note the red and the blue at the end of the cello strings. Right here next to the big old cattails. Just fun to be here and contemplate the construction of such a thing. And then to just take your time and look and see what else there might be included in this that you didn't notice at first glance. But the tying is definitely interesting. Now look at this. You can tell maybe, well, let me first assess this. It looks humanized up here. You know, with that plank, it looks like a fort kind of shelter. Spider webs. I'm sure that was human done. But I don't know, could humans have built upon the Sasquatch build? This was the structure around the lake here that I said I've seen before, but I didn't document it because it was too human-like, you know, in that top portion. And yet I wonder if Sasquatch maybe did all of this, because right behind me I've got these vertical log placements right here, as well as these, which is again essentially pointless if you're trying to construct something such as this. And just the sheer amount of broken sticks is also strange. Look at the black tide around here. Very different. I don't know why humans would just incorporate trash and garbage into their build, but like I said, maybe the Bigfoot started it and people came out here and said, oh cool, a fort. And then started building on it, and Sasquatch added a little more. I don't know. I'm sure the beaver are probably coming through here. Probably some beaver tracks and such. Nothing I can really recognize. But yeah, I believe I'd seen this before, and did find it pretty amazing, but I don't believe I documented it. Could be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure I have not, even though I've came across it a couple times just messing around and such. This wood looks really old, you know, the plywood and all this look old, and then you got like a piece like this. It's just snapped, you know? It's just snapped. Same with this back here. I guess they took that plumber's tape and did it, or did Sasquatch find a roll of plumber's best PVC pipe wrap tape, 10 milliliters, or millimeters, and go to town? I don't know. That's a snap. That's broken. This is a snapped, broken piece underneath this. So it looks like newer construction on older construction, possibly. I just don't know. I just don't know. And that's a purposeful tie, I guess. But actually, not really. Look, this just comes across. This piece just comes across. That's all it does. But it's tied here and here. Documentation, my people. That's all I'm doing. I'm not making the claim one way or the other. I just would say if I was making it, I probably wouldn't have done that. You know what I mean? There's a hawk flying up the tree. Look at all the brush placed up in here. Trash, garbage along the river, or along the lakeside. Look underneath it. And human wood, so you know, maybe humans started this and built a little fort out here and Sasquatch went at it, or maybe Sasquatch built this base and humans said, hey, that would go perfect with this extra plywood I was going to throw in the dumpster, and they built a little hangout, and then Squatch said, hey bro, this is mine, what are you doing? Boom! Finished it for him, you know? That would be my theory about how this possibly happened. This must be the beaver house. Beaver house. Whoa, now this is interesting what I'm about to show you. That's all well and good that there's the beaver hut there, but look at this. Getting out on a limb for you guys. There's a dead bird hanging in this tree. That's very sad. It might have gotten some fishing line wrapped around its legs and it was stuck here and couldn't get away. I would hate to think of that possibility, but I do see some fishing line hanging. I don't know if that was a cormorant or what. But there's a weight with some line hanging. Sorry about the camera work. I'm trying to find it. I can see it with my eye anyway. But that's weird. Dead bird hanging in the tree here. Not good. Not a good thing. Strange though. I've been finding dead birds lately. I don't know if that's a display or if that's just a haphazard event where he unfortunately lost his life to the human error of leaving the fishing line. Gonna make note of these. There's a bunch of bushes down here, or on the way in I just saw a ton of them. And I walked by this one. I decided I'm gonna show you. These are sea buckthorn berries. I don't know if you're picking that up on the camera. They've got a complete omega profile, so these are really healthy for you. People will like blend them together and drink them, but they're here and they're an available food source for the Sasquatch. You can see there are chunks of them ripped off. I don't think they just went dry. I think somebody went at it and left a little bit there, but actually they don't taste bad at all. If you break them open, they've got some berries and stuff in there. But the taste is actually sweet, not sweeter than a blueberry, a little, almost equal. Got some crunchy seeds in there. Tempted to eat a little bit more for the hell of it. But anyway, that's a health food. It's a supplement. People will buy this, you know, as I showed you in that picture on the phone, and take this to supplement their diet and get the omega 3s, 6s, 7s, and 9s that the human body can use. Animals as well, I imagine. And so yeah, there's the food source right there for you, and they taste pretty good. So Squatch could be munching on those down here. Just give them another reason to enjoy their time down by the lake in this little habitat. Something to take note of. Okay, on my way back, there was a little path going in here, so I thought I'd check it out. I saw it earlier and I looked. I didn't really notice anything right away, but since I'm already in here, just figured I'd duck down and take you over here and show you these sticks propped up here. Just looks like one of their little signs. Makes you wonder if they're coming out here and sneaking off into the cattails in here. Wouldn't surprise me. There's a path that goes all the way through here. That would be an excellent hiding spot. Look at the Y branch placement right here. That's their sign, guys. I know nature inherently does that, and with the sacred geometry or whatever of the planet, it splits in this Y shape, but they've exemplified it. Here's the cut from the humans years ago. Here's a fresh snap where they rebroke it and they stuck it right there, like, hey, here you go, Squatch path. I'm not gonna go in there and get all mucky, but it wouldn't surprise me one bit if there was a little baby in there hiding. Little stash spot. Somebody's got some weed smokers back here. Bag of seeds. Bag of garbage. Thanks for littering, jerks. I'm gonna try to find a trash can for that. Hey, sprinkle the marijuana seeds, maybe they'll grow. That's a great idea. Okay. Broke the bag, but it served its purpose. Look here. Actually, glad I stopped and picked up that trash. Look at all this here. All these placed across like this. Hopefully that's a good camera angle. Looks like it is. Just had to adjust my viewfinder. But all these are placed up here and put across. You can see from the bottom how that's been done. Again, kind of pointless. Look here. Just a few. Set up in there. I don't know what that means. What that means to them. But definitely a squatchy little area here where they might be doing their Sasquatch thing. Okay, just hopped in this like grove of overgrowth. But I noticed this guy is snapped, gone. I don't know where it is, what it was. But just that's ripped out. And then this guy's leaning up in the tree hanging like this, and then to boot, I see all these branches knocked over, broken, snapped. This one, that one, they're all pointing in the same direction. So I'm just thinking, hey, this is the way that it went, or that it goes when it's in here hiding. I'm just kind of following the signs and trying to look everywhere. I don't know if that was a beaver chew or what, but I don't see where it came off of. Broken glass over here. Gotta be careful. But it just looks like their little area in here. Could be drunks going in here, could be homeless. Could be other Sasquatch researchers, but I don't think people come in here very much. Oh, cool. See what happens when you follow the signs? You get rewarded. So, here is a definite construction by them. This is great. It's an oldie, but it's a goodie. There's actually a shoestring tie right there. That ain't so old right there though. So either somebody wedged that in or they snapped the end off of it. Same with that. Same with that. So maybe they've continued to build, or maybe they used all old logs. I don't know, and I'm just getting tricked thinking it's older than it is. It looks pretty nestled in there though. So anyway, very interesting find down here by the lake. Just want to show you guys something. This is a beaver chew. You can see they chewed that sucker down to like the point of a pencil, okay? They really got to chew these to get these logs to fall. They got to get all the way down to make these fall. All the way down to a little circle like that to make this tree this size fall. But then if you look at these three, you can tell that they got them down a good ways and then they got pushed over. Okay, same with this one here. You know, he could have fell actually. That could have been how far they chewed it and he fell. But this other one over here too. See the snaps? Beavers aren't snapping like that, okay? Beavers don't do that. So, same with this one. I think that, look at those bites. Look at how big that wood chip is. That's like a playground wood chip. That's a big bite that these beavers are making. But I've seen them standing. This is, that's 8 inches in diameter. That's gonna hold that tree up, okay? This is wet wood. These are alive, living trees. So I think this was pushed over after the beaver had started chewing it. I've seen that. Got another video that'll show like they just pushed them all over this river, just constantly hitting them down. But that's probably where the beaver's coming out of the water and doing their work here. But Sasquatch said, hey, I feel for you. Let me knock them down. But that's how it appears to me anyway. And as I said, I've seen it before, so wouldn't surprise me to see it again. Looks like I walked right by this on the way in. I didn't even realize this is actually a structure too. All the dead stuff placed up in here, wedged in, crammed in, is creating this area underneath. But that's definitely constructed and not random stick falls. Too much wedged up in there for it to be that. See the couple of human incorporations there. Plausible denial. You build it up and then you think, oh my God, somebody's gonna notice. You know, here, I'll throw those in there. They'll think somebody did it that's human. See this little placement right here. It's got me thinking that's them. Not 100% sure, but just what I think. Pointing down here to this area. I mean, it's right in line with it, right? Maybe this is Sasquatch Beach. Of course, you got the couple vertical placements. This log's been moved. It was right here. It's been rolled back. That's wedged in the ground. Little arch could be just there. But look here. That's just stuck in the ground lightly, loosely, pointlessly. Oh guys, this is the kind of substrate where you can find some good tracks. All the muck and all the bird poop and all of that stuff. Looks like a little human and a little dog prints. Some raccoon there, probably. Or beaver for that matter. Probably more likely a beaver. But you never know until you investigate thoroughly what you're gonna find. Getting real mucky over here though. I don't want to walk out in that. Damn, I just want to see this one print. I think it's a dog, but I don't know. Oh gosh. Oh man. Okay. I just wanted to see what made this here. Oh goodness. Probably a doggy. Okay. Ugh. Anyway, wonder if this could be something special for them. Special little spot. It's pretty secluded. Nobody's going to come up here at night. Nobody's going to be in here. Pretty cool, guys. Appreciate you watching my video. Take care.